number and then turn off at the end.
Change the number. So basically with these programs, you're just changing the numbers and the variables.
I see.
So, and this one's just set for one valve timer counter. So as complicated as this looks, all this is to turn on this valve, hold it for 5 seconds, turn it off, and do that 20 times. So, you know, it looks complicated, but it's a simple function. So basically, so it counts this loop, and then you've got back to the R1 coil. So this one, this is an internal relay, this R1. This coil will activate this contact. Alright, so once it's finished its cycle, it's gone through the counter, it'll turn this switch back on. So yeah, so this contact turns this switch on.
So it'll make a repeat?
So it'll repeat. So, and if it doesn't, then it'll leave it off. So, and that brings into play something else that we put in here. This contact right here, X8, I was talking to the engineer, and what we figured was to have it as a reset button. So I have a momentary push button that'll be wired into there, right? So after this finishes its count, it'll count down, and once it hits 0, it'll stop, right, until you activate that contact right there with the reset. So, and I figured it'd be useful for things like, say you've got something that needs to run 100,000 cycles, right? Do it in pieces. Set it up as, you know, 5 20,000 cycle sets. It'll run 20,000 cycles and it'll stop. And then you can check your sample, make sure it's okay, hit the reset button, it'll reset the counter, and then continue. Now if you encounter a problem, you can hit the off switch. Remember we were talking about the on-off switch, the toggle switch? So if something happens, you toggle the switch to off, it'll stop its cycle, but it won't lose count. It'll still maintain count until you hit the reset button. If you hit the reset button, it sets the counter back down to 0. If you just flip the toggle switch, it'll just stop it. It's like breaking a circuit. You just broke the circuit, it just won't continue. That's all. So that's the one basic program that we came up with one solenoid valve.